Hi boys and girls, happy Monday. Today you're going to be reviewing some of the things that you've learned over the course of the last few weeks. I thought a written activity would be great to kind of show us what you've been taking in and for us to kind of just check in and see what you've been doing. So today you're going to have a review of something you've learned, and I'm going to kind of go through each of them and give you some example problems so that you're ready to do today's assignment. The first thing, you're going to have to print a page titled Numbers and Buttons. It's 2 pages, so you should have these 2 activities in front of you for this, because I'm going to kind of go through example problems of each thing that you're expected to do just so that you're ready for today's assignment. I know sometimes reading the directions can be a little tricky, and you might know what those are, but you just need your brain to be refreshed a little bit. So the first thing on this page that you're expected to do is it says on here to read each number, then write it in an expanded form. So some of you might be like, I don't remember what expanded form is. So think to yourself, what is expanded form? So expanded form is the idea that we are separating or expanding the value of each digit. We're pulling the number apart by its place value, and I'm so sorry that that's going off. Okay, so if I give you the number, let's say I give a number 382. We wanted to write that number in expanded form. So I give you the number 382. You might say to yourself, well, how do I write that number in expanded form? So you want to pull it apart by its place value. So let's look at the first digit. Okay, this is the what place. Those are 3 whats. Those are 300. So I'd write 300 plus, let's look at the next place. What is this digit? Those are 8 whats. Those are 8 10. So 80 plus, last but not least, that last value is a 2. 2 whats? 2 ones. So 382 is the same as 300 plus 80 plus 2, right? That's an example of expanded form. So for all of these problems here, you're expected to write them in expanded form. Okay, it gives you them with words. So like the next one asks you 753. So you need to write the number and then separate it by its places. Then down here it says find the sum. That just means to add those numbers and find the total. Sum means to find the total. So, and that should be pretty simple. Then you're writing in expanded form again. The next part I wanted to talk to you guys about is this. And it says Dylan's grandma has a box of buttons. One day, Dylan sorted the buttons into different groups and counted how many are in each group, and he made a chart to show his work. Help Dylan make a bar graph to show his work. Give the bar graph a title. So we need to give it a title. So these are about Dylan's buttons. So maybe your title wants to be, maybe you want to title it Dylan's Buttons. And I'm going to write that on Miss Johanna's copy. Okay. It's important that we title our graph so we know what they're about. These are about Dylan's buttons. Okay, give the graph a title and color the columns to show how many buttons of each color he found. So then we got to go down to red. Well, we got to look at the graph here. The graph tells us that he had 14 red buttons. Okay, well we gotta look here. These are jumping by 2, so I need to go up to the 14 and color in all the bars up until 14. So he had 14 red buttons, and I'm going to use the color red. Yours don't have to match the color, but I want mine to. And I'm not going to do the whole thing because I want you guys to go off and do it and show us all your hard work. You could post it to Flipgrid or on Google Classroom. And then you would continue to go down, and I might put a check mark by it after I finished it. Okay, and then you're going to keep going for the rest of them. Then down here it says how many buttons were in the box in all. So you have to figure out how you solve that. We've been talking about these mathematical questions. How could I go about figuring out how many buttons did he use in all? Okay, and then you're going to write the answer, and that is math today. It's short. It's sweet, it's to the point, but you're going to be doing some things that require you to review. So if you have any questions, you can ask your teacher for help, but I think it's pretty cut and dry. So expanded form, you're finding the sums of things. and then you're working on graphing. These are all things that we did right before we left, or a little bit before we left for the coronavirus, okay? I hope you guys have a great Monday, and I will see you on Wednesday. Have a great day, guys. Bye.